going to be my first YouTube video on this channel, and today we're going to be talking about the top 12 tech-related items you can get on Amazon. So we're going to start out on number 12, and this is the Cheerson CX-10 mini quadcopter. It's super small. I've had one, but you know, you can only crash into the ground so many times before it stops working. So it's been thrown away a long time ago, but at $20, this thing's just tiny and so much fun. So I really advise getting it. It's pretty cool, but not the most what's the word I'm looking for? It's not the most durable thing ever, so don't go slamming it into walls too many times. Anyway, number 11 is the Camrix Universal 3-in-1 cell phone camera lens. It comes with a fisheye, macro, and wide-angle lens. So I think personally that this is one of the better items on this list because, I mean, it's not just iPhone and not just for a Galaxy or some random phone. This is something you can truly put on any phone. Like you can see right here, they put it on the front-facing camera on an iPhone and on an iPad. It really doesn't matter. You can put it on any thickness, any type of camera, whatever. Just make sure you line it up close to the middle. And I really feel like this is something that a lot of people could play around with, especially if you're really into Instagram. You might want to make your Instagram pictures look cooler, maybe a little bit more professional. Anyway, number 10. This is the Intel Compute Stick. At $193, this is the most expensive item on this list. But nonetheless, it's one of the cooler too. Basically, it's this little stick that will fit in the palm of your hand that runs full Windows 8. And you can see on the end, that's actually an HDMI port to give you an idea of the size. So basically what you do is you plug this in right here, this little thing. This is where you plug the power in, and you plug the HDMI in into your TV. So you can have a computer running full Windows 8 on your computer. And surprisingly, it's not really that slow. CNET gave it like a 4.3 out of 10. So I mean, if you all you really want to do is play 1080p video, playback, stuff like that, you're good to go. But 4K, it's not going to handle it. But also, you can't really play 4K because it's an HDMI and not it doesn't support 4K. So moving on. This is the mini USB fridge. So this is kind of like a stupid item, really. It's you put a can in it, plug it in through a USB, and it will keep your can cool. So it kind of looked pretty cool, like you set it at your desk. One of those things. There's a bunch of mixed reviews on it. Some people say they loved it. Some people say it didn't last but 2 weeks. But I mean, it's not but $15. So yeah, you can see it doesn't even keep a can cold. Broke after 4 months. For our purpose of eye medication storage. Okay. Eye medication. That's hanging outside the box, I guess. Anyway, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. We're on number 8 now. This is the Roku 3 streaming media player. It's one of the more solid media boxes out there. The only one I can think of that does even better than this one would be the Xbox One, but who wants to spend $350 on a media box? Unless you're really into gaming too. But basically this is an $80 media box. It also has this really cool feature that I haven't seen anywhere else. You can plug your earbuds into the remote and listen to whatever you're watching through the remote so as not to disturb anyone else in your house. I think that is a really cool addition to this Roku and really shows to they were thinking outside of the box, and they put a lot of thought into this before they just shoved it out to the market. Anyway, next. On our list is the Quirky Cordy's Desktop Cable Manager. I really don't need to explain this one a whole lot. It's just one of those things that's a necessity if you have a messy desk like I do. and you don't really feel like reaching up behind your desk to feed wires up, really can be a pain. So at $6, it's pretty cool. Anyway, next up again, this is the Belkin SongsDream Bluetooth music receiver. So basically, the best use I could think of this one is it comes with an auxiliary cord. So you plug that into this little thing, and then you plug the other end of it into your car radio, and that way you don't have to plug your phone into it. You don't have to plug your phone in using a cable. You can just connect to the streaming box through Bluetooth, and that way you don't have to feed cables all over the place through your car. So keep everything nice and tidy. And also, if you have like a stereo and you want to use your phone in another part of your room that you're in, you can do this and be able to walk freely with your phone without a cord tangling up and stuff. So Spotify, iTunes, music, radio, I don't care. Looks pretty cool to me. Next up, this is the Kumos Magnetos. So basically what you do is you put this little magnet thing in the case of your iPhone, or maybe on the back of your iPhone. It's got really good reviews. So basically what you do, it just sits on this cradle. It's like pain-free. Like a lot of car cradles are such a pain. But you can see this one connects really easily and docks your phone, it doesn't have charging built in, so there's some with charging, but they didn't look quite as good to me, so I picked this one. This also looks like it connects to your car very easily. So, anyway, looks pretty cool to me. So, actually, no, you can see, this is actually the first time I noticed this. It goes into your CD reader. So, if you don't have a CD reader, this is not going to be the product for you. Pay attention to that and look for a different product. Anyway, next up is going to be the mobile theater video glasses. You can watch movies on a 52-inch virtual screen. This one looked like one of those gimmicky things, but it had okay reviews. I mean, not the best, of course. 3 stars is not really the best. But say you're on a long flight and you don't really feel like disturbing the person next to you, or you don't really feel like them seeing what you're watching, you can just plug these in and go to town and watch whatever you want. The only problem I really noticed is these earbuds don't look very comfortable. So hopefully you'll be able to change them out, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, next up is going to be the Flux Bluetooth LED light bulb. So this is a smart light, and basically your phone connects to one, and then that bulb connects to all the other ones. So you can change the lighting hue, the intensity of the lighting, as well as turn them on and off remotely. So it says try risk-free, but that would be a pain to me to send all those light bulbs back. And at $35, they're not the cheapest thing ever. So I'd suggest, if you want to get into this, committing to making a smart home, because then you can kind of really get the whole shebang, I guess. Anyway, this light bulb comes on as an alarm feature, has a strobe light effect. It's not terribly bright, but it's very cool. Also, you can set it to change colors and have a mini light show. So, pretty cool ideas you can do with this thing. Infinite possibilities, smartphone control, blah, blah, blah. Next up, this is number 2, is the Logitech G230 stereo gaming headset. Keep in mind, this is much better than the G930, because this one is wired, but the G930 is not. Now, the main difference there is the fact that the G930's mic was a good mic, but it was terrible quality, because it had to divert all that Bluetooth bandwidth to 7.1 surround sound. This one does not have surround sound, but it does have a good quality mic, and the speakers are not bad, from what I've heard. Also, it has really good reviews to be only $40. So I'll show you the G930 real quick. G930. Here's the G930, and like I said, it's Bluetooth, and it's $90, so more expensive, and but it does have quick buttons on the side, so you can program those to do different things, like volume up, start and stop recording, things like that. So either one really, but if you're looking for the mic, you need to go for the G230, I think is what it was. Anyway, on to number 1. This is the Aukey 10-port USB 3.0 portable aluminum hub. This one's $50, and I was just looking at one that was only $3, but I feel like go big or go home, right? Because you're always going to need more USB ports. So, in my opinion, this is one of the best things you can get for a workspace, especially if you have something like a Mac or a laptop PC that doesn't have a lot of ports. Also a desktop, I think, because usually you have the back of those right next to your wall, and it's a pain to get plug anything USB into them. So this is a really cool idea. Keeps you from having to feed your USB ports up to the side of your up under your desk, and also allows you easy access to your USB ports. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. Let me know if you like this video by liking or commenting. Also subscribe if you want to get the most recent updates on what I'm doing here on Top 12, and stay tuned for more cool stuff. This isn't gonna just be a